Hello and welcome to our next hero guide featuring Pakko, the frosty, tushy sliding snowball throwing ball of fur. So let's get into this. Pakko's playstyle and rules. He's a melee tank with stuns, slows, a push, and the ability to turn people into snowmen. He can set up engagements well from range or in close quarters. Can disengage from fights well. Can do extremely well when peeling for a team. Now let's get into abilities. First on the list is Pakko's basic attack called Frosty Swipes. This is a melee attack combo. The first path you could go into is defensive swings. Plus 5 armor for each successful attack, stacking to plus 20 armor. This lasts for 3 seconds. From there, you can go into Cold and Frail. Hitting frozen enemies weakens them. This has a 3-second duration. Or you could go into Cold Remedy. Hitting frozen enemies heals you. 40 hit points per second and stacks at 100% with other heals. From there, you could go into Cold Kick combo. Not like a Cold Cut combo, but kinda close. After using any other skill, the first hit in your combo deals plus 50 damage if within 3 seconds. Or you can go from there into Extra Sauce. Cold Kick combo deals 100% damage against frozen enemies. Or you could go into Icebreaker. Cold Kick combo breaks armor against frozen enemies now. Snowball Toss. This will throw a snowball which explodes upon hitting the ground, stunning and freezing. You need to hold this to charge. This is also on an 18-second cooldown. Your upgrades from there would be Stick It to 'em. Direct hits, stick to enemies, dealing 100 direct damage upon impact, and exploding twice as fast. You can go into Shattered. Direct hits explode immediately and give 3 times the focus. Or you can go into Ice Ball. Direct hits freeze enemies for longer, 4 seconds in total. Instead of going into the other Stick It to 'em, you could go to Size Matters. If fully charged, affects a larger radius. From there, you can go into Let's Chill Together. If fully charged, damage is increased by 60 for each enemy caught in the explosion to a max of 120 damage. Or you can go into Group Benefits, which cooldown is reduced by 1 second for each enemy hit. Slip and Slide, the tushy slide. Oh, Pakko. Slide along the ground, tap again to push enemies. This is a melee hit. This is also on an 11-second cooldown. So your upgrades from there could be Safety First, while sliding, gain health, 60 hit points per second. From there, you could go into Stay Healthy. Hitting an enemy extends the health gain by 2 seconds. Or you could go into Uninhibited. Gain 25 armor and become immune to slow, cripple, and root while sliding. Or, if you want to do that YOLO lifestyle, you can go into Snowballing. Rolls you forward as a snowball and tap Q again to explode, freezing and dealing area damage. This has a reduced speed and does not push enemies on the second activation. From there, you can go into Forceful Impact. This will, when activated the second time, it will daze enemies on hit. Or you could go into Play Nice, which this will weaken enemies on hit on the second activation. Frost Path creates a frost path in front of you and inflicts freeze on enemies and grants speed boost to allies. This is on a 13-second cooldown. Your upgrades from there could be Extended Path. Extends the frost path even further. From there, you can go into a Slippery Slope. Allies move even faster while on frost path. Or you could go into Path of Destruction. Allies gain plus 15% basic attack damage while on the path. Or your other choice could be Frostbite. Freeze strength intensifies over time. From there, you could go into Flash Freeze. Frostbite happens twice as fast. Or you can go into Redistribution of Health. If an enemy is on your frost path, heal for 75 hit points per second. Breath of Frigid Air. This is Pakko's focus. Inflicts full freeze on end, turns enemies into snowmen for 4 seconds. Breaking them out will deal damage. Your options under the Breath of Frigid Air focus path could be Tactical Awareness, plus 10 armor, and plus 10% damage from behind. From there, you could go to Pure Escapism. Lose debuffs when you dodge once every 20 seconds. Or you can go into Bloody Minded, which is immunity and weakness. Recover from daze twice as fast. Your other option on the path is Frozen Focus. Gain additional focus when you freeze an enemy once every 5 seconds. From there, you could go into Hardy, plus 25% degen resistance. Or, if you use your focus, 50% degen resistance after you use focus and last until you die. Or you can go into Feeling Better. While using your focus, you gain health over time, 150 hit points per second. Now let's talk skill specializations. So Fastball, which is your right mouse button, Snowball Toss, will travel faster and farther. During Clash, with full health, cooldown is reduced by 8 seconds. So this will actually bring it down to a 10-second cooldown if you stay at full health during Clash. Let It Slide, which is your Q. This can slide longer before attacking. During Clash, you're gonna gain focus while sliding. Lingering Effects. The next one. Speed Boost from Freeze from Frostpath lasts an extra second. During Clash, the duration is increased to 3 seconds now. So now that we've covered all the skills, let's talk your build options. Starting out with Frosty Swipes, your basic attack. Defensive swing path is pretty straightforward if you're looking for that extra bit of armor to mitigate some of the damage, as long as you're able to keep hitting with melee. Cold Kick combo if you're looking for that combo damage path. This is great for setting up engagements and just being that real sticky, just evil melee on top of those squishy targets that are harassing your team. You'll be the harasser at that point. For Snowball Toss, stick it to 'em path if you want that burst of damage and are consistently hitting the targets to gain the direct damage. Plus, it's great focus gen if you're gonna go that path. Also, especially into Shattered. Size matters for that area control playstyle. Plus, group benefits can get you off cooldown much faster if the enemies are staying grouped up a little in the close side. So you're going to be able to get that extra little bit of cooldown reduction on there. So that'll synergize well going into the Fastball specialization. For Slip and Slide, safety for first path for that escape and also the heal. It can use to be healing up to re-engage or healing to fall back. Either way, you can kind of use it both ways for those. Snowballing for that YOLO and direct damage engagement play. This is going to synergize and give you another freeze to possibly use if you're going the Cold Kick combo path. So, Frost Path. Extended path for providing your team with some extra escape time to put some distance between you and them or to engage on the enemy team faster. Frostbite path if you want that extra bit of damage and possibly survivability if you go into redistribution of health. So, Breath of Frigid Air paths for the focus paths. Tactical Awareness if you want that base 10 armor, and maybe Bloody Minded if they're keeping a crazy amount of weakness out there. Or you can go into Frozen Focus, will give you a ton of focus back, considering how many of its skills are going to freeze targets. Just remember, this does have a 5-second cooldown in there. So I hope you found this guide helpful. If you did, hit that like button. Also, go and share it if you could. Go and do all those things. I love you. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, like it, subscribe, share it, do all those things. And I will see you on the airship or just probably chucking snowballs and being that tushy slider that Pakko is. I'll see you out there. Bye-bye. I'm out.